Hi everyone, this is Yashasvi. I am a third year college student and I've recently cracked Google internship. I did a step internship in this summer, which is 2025, but I got a PPI and I'll be returning again in 2026 as a SUI intern at Google.
Okay. With the name of God, Ram Ram. React with emojis if you want to know how did I solve the question when I saw the question. Do you want to know what did I do? So guys, I saw this question and I saw that it is talking about subsequences and GCD. GCD of a subsequence. Then what did I do? I did something very interesting. I will show you on my sketchpad. Obviously, nothing was clicking on my mind because I am no different. I am also a human like you, right? I read a subsequence on GCD. Nothing directly clicks on my mind apart from the very obvious concepts that if a subset has GCD G, all elements in that subset are divisible by G. That's all which my brain had. So I was totally clueless on this problem. First of all, let me write here Ram Ram. I was also totally clueless. Despite being good at DSA, right? In your eyes, I was also clueless. So what did I do? I just did one thing and I immediately solved the problem. I opened my own DSA revision document of mathematics. I opened the revision document and then I solved the problem immediately. So react with emojis if you want to see my revision document which solves this problem immediately. So we go to Notion like this. You know, I'm showing this document in multiple videos. But see how good my documents are. I open the maths document. I have not made normal revision documents. I have added problem links, but I have written deeper insights which I gained over after solving many problems. So in the maths document, I wrote that number I divides this is a special observation in GCD and all. And then I saw that I have written this 3 lines in my GCD revision document. How can you know if a subsequence exists with GCD equal to G? Let us say all the elements of this array are all the elements A1, A2, A3, AK all are getting divided by G. Okay. So just calculate GCD of all of them. You don't need to check any subsequence. Just calculate the GCD of all the elements which are divisible by G. And if their GCD is G, then yes, the subsequence with this GCD exists because GCD is a decreasing function. This is a very big observation and it can take hours to come up with this observation. I saw this observation was being used in multiple questions, so I wrote it in my revision document. And this observation solves this problem immediately. So react with emojis guys, कितना काम करना था? रिवीजन डॉक खोलना था, रिवीजन डॉक का 5वां लाइन पढ़ना था, क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो जाता है डायरेक्टली. समझ गए? तो ऐसे भयंकर आपके रिवीजन डॉक्यूमेंट होने चाहिए. जब आप बहुत क्वेश्चन करते हो तो कुछ इनसाइट्स आते हैं, उन इनसाइट्स को लिखना होता है. इसलिए मैं कोर्स और ट्रेनिंग में बोलता हूँ रिवीजन डॉक बनाओ. देख रहे हो ना मेरा रिवीजन डॉक कितना भारी भरकम है. इसके नीचे भी जो मैंने रिवीजन डॉक में डाला है, नंबर ऑफ पेयर्स विद जीसीडी एक्जेक्टली इक्वल टू जी. मुझे पता है ये कुछ ऐसे कंसेप्ट है जो मुझे याद नहीं आएंगे, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो अलग टाइप से मैंने लिखा हुआ है. ऐसे आपको भी अपने रिवीजन डॉक्स बनाने हैं. कोर्स ट्रेनिंग में जितना ही पढ़ाया है, कीप ऑन स्टडीइंग इट एंड मेक योर ओन रिवीजन डॉक्यूमेंट्स. The guy or girl who will succeed in the highest amount in this life is the person who is taking the right wisdom from outside, but then they are making their own roadmap, own plan, own analysis, and their own revision documents, because everyone's plan and revision document is going to be different, and it will be better if you make it on your own because you know what are your weaknesses and strengths in your situation. So guys, basically the question is telling you that that there will be queries. In each query they can just update any number to any other number, okay, in the array. And you just have to tell yes or no. You have to tell yes if you're able to find a subset of elements whose GCD is exactly equal to P and P is also given to you. Ignore the first constraint for now, that the subset should have less than n elements. Ignore that for now. Let's say the question, the easier version of the question is just find if there exists a subset whose GCD is P. Do it for all the queries again and again. In each query, the value is getting updated. So obviously you think like you might have to use segment tree, right? Yes, we have to use segment tree. But before we go to all those things, let me explain you something now. So the first biggest observation is, if I give you a set of numbers, let's say I give you a set of numbers 2, 8, 16 and 14 and 33. You are told to find a subset of elements in this set whose GCD is 2. GCD is 2. So the mathematical theorem says that you don't need to do any hard work. Why? Why don't need to do any hard work? Just find all the elements which are divisible by 2 in this. 2 is divisible by 2, 8 is divisible by 2, 16 is divisible by 2, 14 is divisible by 2. Once you find this set, just find the GCD of this set. What is GCD of 2, 8, 16, 14? GCD means what is the largest number which divides 2, 8, 16, 14 all at the same time. That largest number is 2 only. So if GCD of all the numbers divisible by 2 is coming as 2, then yes, it is possible to have a subset. It is possible to have a subset from this set whose GCD is G. But guys, what is the mathematical proof? See guys, doing this, stating this theorem is easy, but no one knows the proof. So first we will talk about the proof. First we need to know that GCD is a decreasing function. I will show it to you. Don't worry, I will show it to you. GCD of 8 is greater as you add more number to the GCD set. As you add more numbers. As you add more numbers, okay guys, please listen to me. As you add more numbers to your GCD set, what happens is that the GCD keeps on getting smaller. GCD of 8 is what? It is 8. GCD of 8 comma 4 is what? 4. GCD of 8, see I'm adding more numbers to the set. Everyone react with emojis if they agree that GCD is a decreasing function. It keeps on becoming less than equal to as you add more numbers in your set. GCD can only decrease. GCD can only decrease. Does everyone agree? So guys, the problem is solved, right? The first observation. I'm just writing it here so you guys can just understand what I'm trying to say. First observation is that GCD is a decreasing function. So basically GCD of a single number will always be greater than equal to GCD of multiple numbers a1, a2 will always be greater than equal to GCD of a1, a2, a3 will always be greater than equal to GCD of a1, a2, till ak. So this thing is clear to you. So let us analyze our theorem, okay? Let us say we are given n elements and an integer p. So we are given n elements and an integer p, okay? We have to find a subset of numbers in this array whose GCD is p. So what will we do for that? First find out the set of elements which are divisible by p, which you can easily do, right? Because p is given in the question. Instantly the p is given in the question. The people who don't have the question link, this is the link to the problem. And the people who don't have the doc link, this is the link to the doc, the codes and all the analysis, everything comes here only, okay? So guys, everything is there for you. So guys, what is our analysis number 2? एक बात तो हमको समझ आ गई कि जैसे और नंबर्स ऐड करेंगे जीसीडी छोटा होता चला जाएगा. So let's say these are your numbers, okay? Kumar K sir writing mathematical proof for you, okay? These are the numbers you have. And you want to find a subset which is having GCD as P. You know that A1 is divisible by P. A1 mod P is 0. A2 mod P is 0. A3 mod P is 0. But you also know that A4 mod P is not equal to 0. This is not divisible by P. A5 mod P is also not equal to 0. So guys, doesn't it make the common sense to reduce your set to A1, A2, A3 only? Only this set can have some chances. Only these elements can have chances to have GCD as P, right? Because they are divisible by P. A4 and A5 are not divisible by P. So how can their GCD be P? Basically, अगर P का वैल्यू 2 होता और A4 और A5 2 से डिवाइड ही नहीं होता है तो A4 A5 का GCD 2 कैसे आएगा भाई? Similarly, let's say A4 A5 not divisible by P. Then A1 A2 A3 only this subset has some chances. Now you can say that sir A1 A2 A3 has the chances. But sir A1, if you only take A1 A2, even this has the chances. Even A2 A3 taken separately has the chances. So how will we decide whether we should take A1 A2 A2 A3 or all together? Theorem states just take all together and calculate their GCD. Why does the theorem states that just take all the numbers divisible by P without worrying? Theorem states take the largest subset, and the largest subset will have the maximum probability of having GCD equal to P. Why? You know that all these numbers are divisible by P, right? So one thing is for sure. GCD of A1, A2, A3 is what? It is P into K. Why it is P into K? A1 is a number which is divisible by P. So it might be it must be a multiple of P, right? So P into K1. A2 is a number which is also divisible by P. So it will be P into K2. It will be P into K3. So all these three numbers are nothing but multiple of P's. P into K1, P into K2, P into K3. If you divide both the equations by P, it will look like A1 divided by P will be what? K1. GCD of K1, K2, K3 is what? K. But in our question, what do we want? We want the GCD to be equal to P. We want P into K equal to P. We want K to be 1. So guys, basically, if the good numbers are divided by P, their GCD should come as 1. If this is true, then their GCD is indeed 1. Let's say their GCD was 1. Basically, मेरे कहने का क्या मतलब है? मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है that these numbers are divisible by P. I know that. I want this to be equal to P into K, and P into K should be equal to P. It means K should be 1. K should be 1. If I divide both the sides by P, then this is what? GCD of A1 by P, comma GCD of A2 by P, comma GCD of A3 by P should be equal to what? 1. So the good numbers which are divisible by P, actually go and divide them by P. And you will find out that their GCD needs to be 1. Guys, if after dividing them by P, their GCD is 1, it means there is no common prime factors in those numbers. Their GCD is coming as 1. So there is no use of decreasing this. You should put all the three numbers, then there is the highest probability of getting the GCD as 1. You should put all the three numbers in the set, then there is the highest probability of getting GCD as 1. You पहले आप क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे ना सर आपने तीनों नंबर को क्यों डाला सेट में? Sir, why are you not trying just GCD of A1 by P1 and A2 by P2? Array, because if I take less number, the GCD can increase. Na? GCD is a decreasing function. If you decrease the numbers in your set, then the GCD value increases. It will become bigger than 1. It will never become less than 1. So this mathematical theorem hence proves that all the numbers which you get which are divisible by P, just take their GCD. If their GCD is P, then yes, this subset has a GCD as P. No need to check smaller subsets because their GCD will be greater than P. Their A1 by P1, A2 by P2, A3 by P3, if you take lesser numbers, they will become greater than 1. If they become greater than 1, you are not achieving your task. इसलिए सबसे ज्यादा अमाउंट ऑफ नंबर्स को अपने सेट में घुसाइए ताकि अगर इनका GCD 1 आ रहा है तो खुशी की बात है. नंबर को निकालोगे तो GCD 1 से बढ़ने ही वाला है, 1 से कम नहीं हो जाएगा और हमको तो 1 चाहिए. इसलिए मैं इस सेट के अंदर से नंबर को निकाल नहीं रहा हूं, इसलिए मैं सबसे बड़ा सेट ले रहा हूं. Hence proved that hence what is proved? Hence it is proved that take all elements which are divisible by P and find their GCD. If that GCD is P, then yes, you have found a subset. In the array whose GCD is P. You never need to check for smaller subset. Why? Because if you check for smaller subsets, you know now A1 by P1, A2 by P2, A3 by P3, if this GCD is 1. अब इससे अगर कम नंबर लोगे तो GCD 1 या 1 से बढ़ जाएगा. हमको वो नहीं चाहिए, हमको 1 चाहिए इसलिए. Okay guys, everyone react with emojis if this mathematical proof they have understood that you should always take all the numbers which are divisible by P, then just find their GCD, and if their GCD is P, then yes, you have found a subset whose GCD is P, and that's what the question was asking you, right? For each query, question is asking you whether the GCD is P or not, which is so simple. You can just keep the track of all elements which are divisible by P and find their GCD again and again. So guys, now you will use a segment tree. So guys, for that you need to do the segment tree course. There are many prerequisites I will mention here. Videsikura.in you should do. So guys, now you need to do the segment tree course, and you should know that segment tree course, basically what segment tree course will do for you is that we can find GCD of any range L to R on the array in O of log n time. There are some extra constant factors, but for now, assume segment tree as a black box. सेगमेंट ट्री इज योर ब्लैक बॉक्स. सेगमेंट ट्री बेसिकली अब कोई भी एरे दे रखा हो, आपको ना कोई भी एलिमेंट्स का जीसीडी बता देगा लॉग एंड टाइम में. सो फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज योर एरे. You have built a segment tree on this array. Let's say it took you O of n or O of n log n time to do that, okay? Now comes any query. Any query you can answer in how much time? Log n time you can answer the query of L comma R, which the query is supposed to tell you the GCD of elements in the range L comma R. So guys, if a query comes 5 comma 6, can anyone tell me what will be the answer for the query 5 comma 6? 5 comma 6 should basically tell you the GCD of the range from 5 to 6. So guys, what should be the answer for the query 5 comma 6? Please write it in the Google chat. Just assume segment tree as a black box. Let's say we don't know the internal working of segment tree, but we can at least understand that it gets the job done. It finds the GCD of any range in log n time. So what will be the GCD of the range 5 comma 6 in log? It will be 5. And guys, how much time will our algorithm take to find the GCD of this range? यहाँ से यहाँ का GCD तो 5 है, मुझे पता है. For 5 comma 10, the GCD is 5. But how much time did it take to do it? Only log n time. Clear? And in the middle, you can update the values. After this query, you can update this 5 comma 10 to, you can update this to 50 comma 10. Update the value. But still you will be able to find the GCD in how much time? Now what will be the, now let's say again, query comes 5 comma 6 and you will be able to find the GCD of 50 comma 10 as 10. So what you are able to do with the segment tree is very important, okay? You can update any value in the array to a of I equal to y in log n time per query using segment tree. So you are able to do this thing, okay? You are able to do this thing. And next thing is you can find GCD of any range L to R in log n time using segment tree. So make sure you watch the course videos and I will even attach some study links here from which you can study. For now, you guys understand कि सारा काम हो सकता है. So guys, I think the problem is solved, right? Problem is totally solved. It is not 100% solved. We are solving the easier version. We are not taking the first constraint that the subsequent length, subset length should be less than n. इसको बाद में deal करेंगे. Okay? So guys, this was the question that we are giving you the array. You have to tell us whether a subset exists whose GCD is P. But guys, those elements are of no use, which are not divisible by P. So make the segment tree mindfully. What I'm trying to say is that, let's say P equal to 2 is given. Okay? And this is your array. 5, 8, 16, 13, 2, 8. This is the array given to you. But guys, any number which is not divisible by 2 is not useful to us. So what will we do? Whichever number is divisible, I will create a new array. Whichever number is not divisible by 2, replace it by 0 now, because its GCD contribution is null. Replace it by 0. And whichever is divisible by 2, keep it as it is. How is it helping us? Now this is the new array. Now you don't need to find which elements are divisible by 2. Because the guys divisible by P or 2 are already there and others are 0. So you can just run the query GCD of 0, n minus 1. GCD of 0, n minus 1 will automatically give you the GCD of all the elements which are divisible by P, because all other elements are 0. So GCD of all elements divisible by P in any particular range, bro. Basically in 0 to n minus 1 you will know. And if this GCD is coming as P, answer yes, else no. If answer is yes, count plus plus, because they just want to know how many queries have answer as yes. Yes, when an input query is coming, when they are telling you to update some value, update it mindfully. If you are updating a value with a number which is not divisible by 2, update it as 0. If you are updating a value which is divisible by 2, update it as the actual value. Problem solved. मैं ना अब ये चीज आपसे एक्चुअल में करवाऊंगा और देखूंगा कि आप लोग को समझ आता है कि नहीं. 2 क्वेरी लेंगे, ठीक है? So let's say this array is given to you. Two queries are given to you, okay? At index 0, you have to put the number 2. At index 0, you have to put the number 55, okay? P is 2. So guys, please tell me what will be the new array which you will create after you see this array. The new array which you have to create to send it for the processing to the segment tree. Guys, what will be the new array? You know, only those numbers matter which are divisible by p, guys. So tell me in the Google chat what will be your new array. I'm waiting to see your lovely answers, guys. 5, 5, 2, 8, 16, p is 2. What will be the new array? 0, 0, 2, 8, 16. Congratulations emojis for Dev K. He has given the correct answer. 0, 0, 2, 8, 16. Now segment tree is made and you can find the GCD of all the numbers. Okay. Now guys, what is the first query? First query is make the number at the 0th index as 2. So guys, how will the, if I run this query, how will the new array look like? Element at the 0th element, you have to make it 2. So how will it look like? 2 is a number divisible by 2. So you will put the actual number. 2, 0, 2, 8, 16. 2, 0, 2, 8, 16. Now guys, after this query, you want to know the GCD of all the numbers in this array which are divisible by 2, which is nothing but what? Everyone write in the Google chat. It is nothing but GCD of 0, n minus 1, because 0, n minus 1 only has those elements which are divisible by 2. So this GCD you will find in O of log n time. And what is this GCD? 2, which is equal to P. So answer for this is yes, and you will do count plus plus. Now guys, you go to the second query 0, 55. Now I will stay silent. Please tell me how will the array look like after you perform the query 0, 55. At 0th position, you have to add the number 55. So how will the array look like? See, students are so intelligent. It will be 0, 0, 2, 8, 16. Guys, why did you not write 55? They told to put 55 number na. So why did you not say that the array will look like 55, 0, 2, 8, 16? Why are you guys saying 0, 0, 2, 8, 16? What is the secret, guys? Because update भी कर रहे हो तो ध्यान से करो. If you are updating a number which is not divisible by 2, तो वहां पर 0 ही आएगा. So it is 0, 0, 2, 8, 16. Again run this query. Everyone write yes sir, clear sir, brilliant sir, great sir, love you sir. If the solution of this hard lead code problem only 500 people could solve is clear to you, once you know how to create the segment tree, you can solve it fully, except this constraint which we are going to discuss now. सब क्लियर हो गया? पूरा क्वेश्चन आ गया आपको except the first constraint. Okay, clear? Okay, लिख दिया सबने? Clear sir, great sir, love you sir. Okay. So guys, now react with emojis if you want to discuss the last constraint. Last constraint. Subset size should be. This is the place which is harming you, right? See, they never want you to select all the elements, but we don't know now if we are selecting all the we don't know whether we are selecting all the elements divisible by p in the array. See, there was no problem in these queries. Why? Because in the first query you were only selecting 3 elements. Sorry, in the first query you were selecting 3 elements from here and this 4th element. You never selected 5 elements for your subset to get the GCD as P. But they are saying you cannot select the full array. But guys, our algorithm does not know that. Now our algorithm might, if all the numbers, let's say if your array looked like this, then your algorithm would select all the elements and it would find the GCD of all the elements. And the GCD would be, let's say, P. It would say, yes, the GCD of all these elements is what? P. It is divisible by P. Yes, the GCD is P, but question is saying you cannot select all. If array has all the elements divisible by P, you cannot select them. You have to select a subset less than n. So if the GCD of this subset is not P, then there is no worry, right? If the GCD of the subset, if all are not divisible by P, you will find a smaller subset. But let's take a worst case. We only have to take this case. Only problematic case is, you can keep track now of how many elements are divisible by P in the array. When all the n elements are divisible by P. Guys, when all the n elements are divisible by P and GCD of all the n elements is also coming as P. Now we have to find a smaller subset. We have to find a smaller subset whose GCD is P. Why? Guys, हम लोग worst case ले रहे हैं. What is the worst case? All the elements are divisible by P and their GCD is also coming as P. But we cannot select all the elements because question is saying subset size should be strictly less than n. So guys, GCD of A1, A2 till AN is coming exactly as P. So guys, you have to take lesser elements. So how many elements you should take less? Let's say you take n minus 1 elements. If you take less elements, GCD can either remain the same or it can increase. But if you try to take n minus 2 elements, if you take GCD of n minus 2 or n minus 3 elements, the probability of having higher than p GCD is more higher. So which GCD should we opt for? मेरे कहने का मतलब बच्चों ये है, if you are taking GCD of n elements, it is guaranteed that the GCD is coming as p, all are divisible by p. So now should you try for GCD of, should you try to select n minus 1 elements? Should you try to select n minus 1 elements whose GCD might come as p? Or should you try to select n minus 2 elements whose GCD might come as p? Or should you try to select some n minus 3 elements from these n elements whose GCD comes as p? Do note that as you decrease the number of elements, now the GCD keeps on increasing. And we want the GCD to remain as p. So which is our best bet? अगर n elements ले रहे हैं तो इनका GCD तो p आ रहा है. तो अब n minus 1 elements को ट्राई करें कि n minus 2 को ट्राई करें कि n minus 3 को ट्राई करें. सब लोग अपना तर्क गूगल चैट में लिखिए. ये तो पक्का है कि हमने एक ऐसा केस लिया है जिसमें सारे एलिमेंट्स का जीसीडी पी आ रहा है, पर ये हम चूज नहीं कर सकते. तो एक एलिमेंट कोई भी निकाल के चेक करे क्या कि n-1 का भी पी आ रहा है, कि दो को निकाले कि n-3 एलिमेंट्स का निकाले. एवरीवन हैज रिटन n-1. देव रॉन्ग, n नहीं ले सकते, n अलाउड नहीं है ना. जीसीडी ऑफ n एलिमेंट्स इज कमिंग एज p. वी शुड ओनली ट्राई फॉर जीसीडी ऑफ n-1. डोंट यू ट्राई फॉर n-2, n-3. व्हाई? Because GCD of n elements is always greater than equal to GCD of n-1 elements, always greater than equal to GCD of n-2. तो अगर आगे वालों को ट्राई करोगे तो इनका प्रोबेबिलिटी बहुत ज्यादा है कि ये p से बड़े हो. ये n-1 एकदम क्लोज है ना, तो हो सकता है ये ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू p, हो सकता है ये p के बराबर आ जाए. Its probability to be equal to p is highest among all n-1, n-2, n-3, n-4 till 1. So you should only try to find a subset. Try to find a subset. Try to find a subset. Try to find a subset of n-1 elements whose GCD is p, which can be done in O of n time per query. Then I will tell you the magic trick. Guys, you can do this in O of n time per query. Can anyone tell me how can we do this in O of n time? अरे O of n time में कर सकते हो, O of n log n time में कैसे? You have this array, na? You know that everyone's GCD is what? Write in the Google chat. How will you do that? You have the segment tree. You have the segment tree, and you have n-1. You know that GCD of all elements of all the n elements is p. So now try to exclude one element. Try to exclude this element. Then what you need to calculate? GCD of 1 to n-1. Check. Is this p or not? Basically, you exclude the first element and try to calculate GCD of these n-1 elements. Check this. Then try to discard this element. So GCD of 0th element with GCD of elements from 2 to n-1. GCD of both of them. You can calculate this also in log n. Then try to discard the third element, GCD of this prefix with GCD of this suffix. You know this also in log time, this also in log time. So in n log n time for a particular query, you can find whether a single number can be excluded to get GCD of subset n-1 numbers as p. Okay. Everyone write yes clear if it is clear कि हमको तो n-1 साइज का सबसेट ढूंढना है, तो हर बार एक एक नंबर को डिस्कार्ड करके चेक करेंगे बाकी के प्रीफिक्स सफिक्स का जीसीडी मिला जुला के, है ना. वी विल जस्ट डिस्कार्ड मिला जुला के p आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है. सो बेसिकली वी विल डिस्कार्ड वन नंबर एट अ टाइम इन द एरे, and the prefix suffix GCD, the GCD of the prefix GCD and suffix GCD, which we can calculate using segment tree, should come as p. Okay, but it takes lots of time. It takes n log n time just for a single query. Okay, guys, do you think this is efficient to do per query? Per query, whenever for each query you will have to do n log n, so it will be qn log n, which is a very big time, right? React with emojis and tell me, क्या तुमको efficient लग रहा है? For each query you have to spend n log n time now. So for q queries, qn log n, and qn values are very big, 5 into 10 raised to 4. Okay, so 5 into 10 raised to 4 into 5 into 10 raised to 4, this is greater than 10 raised to 8. Okay, clear guys? Clear. React with emojis. क्या तुमको ये efficient लग रहा है qn log n? No, it is not efficient. So guys, magic trick is this thing can be done in, instead of n log n, it can be done in 20 log n. Why? Basically, as per the maths theorem, in just 20 iterations you are guaranteed to find. In 20 iterations you are guaranteed to find a set of n-1 numbers whose GCD is p. अब बोलोगे सर ये कैसे हो गया, सर ये कैसे हो गया? बताता हूं. Calm down. In just 20 iterations you will get you will find, like, पहले 0th नंबर को निकालोगे, फिर फर्स्ट नंबर को, फिर सेकंड नंबर को. मेरा कहना है कि बस आपको 0 से 19 तक ही ट्राई करना है एरे में, उससे आगे ट्राई करने में कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, इतने में ही आपको पता चल जाएगा यस और नो। और एरे का साइज अगर 19 से भी छोटा है तो फिर तो react with emojis if you are totally blown away by this observation that you only need to check by removing the first 20 numbers one time. That's it. बताओ क्यों? क्या तुम जानना चाहते हो क्यों? Okay. I know no one is taught in this way, but I will teach you. So brute force will work because in 20 iterations you will find out the answer yes or no. If in 20 iterations you will find out yes, most probably if the array is very big, but just 20 iterations are enough. Why? Make sure in segmentary you're doing things smartly, okay? Don't take the multiple repeated occurrences of numbers. These things should be self-understood, okay? So let's say you know that the GCD of all numbers, it is coming as P. So divide whichever numbers are divisible by P, divide them by P and store them in the array. So their GCD is coming as 1. GCD is coming as what? 1. Why? Now we have new elements, na? B1, B2, B3, B4, B5 like this till Bn. So this is what? A1 by P1, A2 by P2 like this till An by Pn. Array, you know na GCD of all numbers is P. All are divisible by P. So divide P by 1. So the new array is A1 by P1, A2 by P2, A3 by P3, An by Pn. Their GCD is coming as what? 1. Now you want to find n minus 1 numbers whose GCD is 1. GCD is 1 only when there is no common prime factor. हमको पता है कि ये जो n नंबर्स इधर आए हैं ना, मुझे पता है ये n नंबर्स का GCD 1 आ रहा है. ये n नंबर्स कौन है? They are A1 by P1, A1, A2 by P2, A3 by P3, A4 by P4, A5 by P5. Everyone react with emojis if they agree that the n numbers are A1 by P1, A2 by P2 A1 by P, A1 by P, A2 by P, A3 by P, An by P और इनका GCD 1 आ रहा है. GCD 1 कब आता है? इन सारे नंबर्स में कोई भी कॉमन प्राइम फैक्टर नहीं है. कोई भी कॉमन प्राइम फैक्टर नहीं है. कोई भी कॉमन प्राइम फैक्टर इन सारे नंबर्स में नहीं है. अब तुम क्या चाहते हो? तुम चाहते हो कि इनमें से n-1 ऐसे नंबर निकले जिनका कोई भी कॉमन प्राइम फैक्टर ना हो. तो वो नंबर्स कैसे दिखते होंगे? चलो सोचते हैं उनके बारे में. वो नंबर्स कैसे दिखते होंगे? वो नंबर्स कैसे दिखते होंगे इस चीज के बारे में थोड़ा सा सोचते हैं, ठीक है? हमको पता चल गया है कि घूम फिर के एक नया एरे आ रहा है B1, you know, one based indexing. So we know that there is this array. We know that the GCD of all these elements is 1. You want to find n minus 1 numbers here whose GCD still comes as 1. So how would those numbers look like? If you are trying to find the n minus 1 numbers whose GCD is 1, how would they look like? Let's say the first number is not a multiple of 2, but all these numbers are multiple of 2s. Okay? Worst case scenario, let's say they are multiple of 2s. But the first number is not multiple of 2. Okay? Clear? I'm just trying to show you. Okay, let me think. Yeah, let's take something like this. You are trying to ignore the first number. You're trying to ignore what? The first number. Okay? Okay? You are trying to ignore the first number. So you are trying to take GCD of the rest of the elements. And in rest of the elements, 2 is coming as the factor of everyone but not the last number. So GCD of these elements can come as 1, right? Why? Because either 2, 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 but either 2 nahi hai. So if there is no other factor, GCD can come as 1, right? What else can happen? Let's say you try to ignore this number. And this time, let's say 3 is the guy. 3 is the guy. So 3 is at other n minus 1 positions. Let's say like this. Let's say cross here and here. Then when you come here, what can happen? Let's say 5 is the factor of all other guys. Some cross here and 5 is the factor of all other guys. Yeah, a number can never be the factor of all the numbers. Array 5 can never be the factor of all the numbers. Why? If it is the factor of all the numbers, then the GCD will be 5, but the GCD of n numbers is 1 na. So if GCD of all elements is 1, then the worst case can be what? Worst case can be that there are different n minus 1 structures which are having some other prime factor as their GCD. So what can happen? This is the worst case which can happen. That all these guys except the last two numbers, except the last number had they were divisible by 2. Then except the first number, all others were divisible by 3. Except the second number, all others were divisible by 5. इससे worst case हो ही नहीं सकता. क्यों? Everyone react with emojis if you agree that all the numbers can never be divisible by a single prime number. If that happens, the GCD will not be 1. GCD will be that prime number. तो वर्स्ट केस में क्या हो सकता है, ईच प्राइम नंबर इज डिवाइडिंग ऑल नंबर्स एक्सेप्ट 1. तो चलो सारे केस ले लेते हैं. 5 और यहां पर 7. So guys, any single number can be how much big? It can be 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 till what 19, and this number is greater than 50,000. तो कितना भी ठूसो, कैसे भी ठूसो, उनका जो प्रोडक्ट है, उनका जो बेटा प्रोडक्ट है, वो 20 नंबर के अंदर अंदर खत्म हो जाएगा. सो अगर आप 20 नंबर सही से चेक करके निकाल के डाल के देखने की कोशिश कर रहे हो तो हो गया आपका काम. प्राइम फैक्टर, प्राइम नंबर वाइज. Obviously, you have to do some manipulations while doing this thing. Everyone react with emojis if you understand the deep insight. That only 20 numbers, because a number can never become bigger than 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 9 into till 19, because oh my goodness, all the numbers are less than equal to 50,000. तो बस brute force करो, काम हो गया. Clear?